It's snowing outside. I'm dead on the inside. Let's read some of Chris's tweets. This image of Satan Chris, I guess, Sonichu, was posted by official Sonichu. Here's our new design of Sonichu. He is an electric goat that can run fast with his lightning powers, and his catchphrase is Zap On. DM me if you have any concerns, Mrs. Kristen. And Chris responds, no, I am not a goat, but that concept is not bad for a separate, individual OC. Yes you are, Sonichu, Zap On. So is Chris forgetting that he's Sonichu, or is he not actually Sonichu? Stupid people are so exhausting. The smugness, the absolute certainty that they're correct, the ironclad stubbornness, it's just too much. I don't know how people can argue for so long in the face of someone who has no intention of ever saying, I guess I was wrong about that. And Chris responds, that is one definition of a hater type of troll. Speaking of hater types of trolls, this guy, Maine, is insulting Chris and says, if only 2009 Chris could see you. And Ben Saint, our hero and slime king, says, modern Chris and pre-2009 Chris already met in C197, and modern Chris kicked old Chris in the groin. If you read your history, you'd know that. Yeah, so that was in an issue of Sonichu where Chris had to go back in time because of the Idea Guys. And Chris says, unfortunately, that is true. That happened during the months of Idea Guy. Mason then jumps in. So you just admitted you were and still are manipulated by the Idea Guys. The merge, the goddess stuff, all of it. Christine, if you're still in there, it's not too late to fix your life for the better. It's okay to face reality. And Chris says, no, that has been stopped in April and made undone with Chris's aether and abilities. We are not under the influence of Idea Guy. So he just totally ignored everything he said. He read the first sentence. You're still being manipulated by the Idea Guys. Nope, that stopped. I have the Reality Stone, the Aether from the Avengers. So you might remember that Courtney, or SNT, is opening this really weird Pokemon Advent calendar, like this little Onyx. And day 8. I don't know what that is. Chris says, yeah, I want to say that's a Haxorus, but it looks like it's part Skarmory. Kinda. Looks like it's some sort of metal kaiju thing. Oh yeah, even better, a Silver Dragonzord or a Mechagodzilla. The guy who's been modding Sonic World to add Sonichu content says he wants to make a Punchy and Ultra Sonichu and a Chris Chan Sonichu mod. And Chris says, Ultra Sonichu is playable. Have the 7 Chaos Emeralds and collect the rings to activate it with a jump and a press of the Y button. We have more in mind for the future. Still would appreciate a Rosie Rosechew mod, though we have the voice lines for the mod. Did Chris do the voice lines? When Chris read out all his Sonichu comics on YouTube, he gave them all voices, obviously, but I don't think that would be good enough for this mod if Chris is just doing his high-pitched Rosechew voice. Lily asks if Patty Chan will ever come back in a future comic, and Chris says, very likely so. He's not working on the comments, though, because he's actually Sonichu. Chris says, new icon for something special in a little while, and it's a Blake-colored logo for Sonichu. Then the next day he says, slight delay, but we wanted to make sure nobody was feeling red-nosed and left out when we have Blake uploaded for Sonic World DX, R8, and R9. The new voice clips will be even more the worth it. Like a lovely seashell souvenir for Bubbles Rosechew. His writing is just so bad this week. I don't know what the issue is. It's so weird. And yes, while in its prototypical levels with the initial base, all future Sonichu and Rosechew mods will be made positive to have different result poses, different skill sets with completed animations, and so on, not to mention more accurate physical details. Obviously, between me, Shiny, and Blake, we can get away with having the same skill sets for now, of which shall be updated when the model is updated. Definitely want to give Blake a different pose with closed fists. And this pose is okay, but does not suit me, just my 2 bolts. See, it gives Chris delusions of grandeur when people do stuff like mod him into a video game for him. It makes him think that he has, like, actual fans. This is my OC. His name is Pigeonchu, and he's Yellow Heart Goddess of the 3DO. And it's the Animaniacs bird with Pikachu ears. And Chris just says, nope. More fan art. Legends of legends, charmer of women, master musician, the true and honest Quick, and the one and only creator of Sonichu, Liquid Chris Sonichu. And so then now we have Chris's original drawing down here of Liquid Chew, and then the fan art. And the watch what Chris is upset about. You gave him color contacts. Meh. It's not that her interpretation of the character has different colored eyes than Chris's. It's that this is the same character, but he's wearing colored contacts. Because Chris's character has to be 100% canonically accurate. And because this character has to be 100% accurate to Chris's, that means that when this picture was drawn, the character was wearing colored contacts. Yep. Here's some fan art of Ren Skysoar. Would you like some strawberries? And he has some strawberries. Chris says, I would, but I think your head would be too big for my fruit cup. I got nothing. Now, on December 10th, it was time for Chris to get into the Christmas spirit. Also, just to mention, we will not be asking for presents, but if you all want to, money can be directly sent to Mama Chris's PayPal. If you all would be kind to do so, please and thank you kindly and very much. Lightning, lightning, lightning. Please don't give Chris money. Oh, now he's gonna lampshade it. Yes, I know what the haters are gonna say. Oh, Christine's asking for money again. Don't give her any money, she'll just spend it on Legos and video games. Blah, blah, diddy, blah. No, we could use some money to keep the bank accounts better afloat this time around, okay? Is he not Sonichu anymore? Because he's talking like he's Chris. I will comment, however, that I have never abused Rose... Oh, okay, so this is in reference to the GIF that he's posting, so obviously this is supposed to be him, and this is supposed to be the haters. I will comment, however, that I've never abused Rosie over the years, like a lot of haters like to portray me in doing. The repercussions from seeing those abusive memories from my Ultimension self counterparts who have, however, is not helpful to Rosie or I, either. Stop. Oh, Chris's post in his Etsy store. Hey everyone! Up and available now are a bunch of personally approved Sonichu Medallions, so he's not actually doing anything. He's just... Oh, this is probably being made by the Praetors, isn't it? They said that they were going to capitalize on Chris's fame. He's definitely... Oh, yep, it's in the rest of the tweet, so just kept reading. This is the first run of them, and will be limited in supply, so order yours now at Praetor. They're Chris-sanctioned medallions, so Chris is not involved in this whatsoever. He may get some of the money. Or all of the money. Don't know. Awful quality, though. Okay, I get that all of you have greater appreciation of medallions made with these hands and Chris's soul energy and time, but during this time we are not able to make them personally, which is why we outsourced for an artist who is blessed by Chris Chan personally, and Magichan approved, to make them on our behalf. And we do get a portion of the profits directly, if that helps put your concerns at ease. At least I'm able to give you some good Sonichu gameplay in Sonic World DX R8 and R9 with a theme as well. Count your blessings. No, he doesn't even realize that he's getting screwed over. Also, the medallions are replicas of the original one, as they are molded from its cast. And I did have a personal hand in making these medallions along with the group and artist. So these medallions are about as genuine, and they have some of the love from this body in them. I forgot to mention, some of these medallions are personally signed, so randomly, you may get a signed one. Okay, I have to see how much he's selling these for. I'm gonna go $35 plus shipping. $25, nice. Look how horrible the quality is. Oh, it'll arrive in time for Christmas, though. For a limited time, you can get these, the very first approved, certified, and personally blessed Sonichu medallions. If you have bought a medallion from any place other than Chris Chan, now you have the chance to actually buy the only official, personally approved medallions. These are the first run of mass-produced Christine Weston Chandler medallions. Limited quantity. Order now. Editor's note. All descriptions, titles, and products designs come directly from Chris Chan. These are hand-done, and will therefore reflect the Chris Chan style. Expect defects, burns, and a general lapse in quality. They're literally making fun of him in the product's description. Okay, this is their storefront. Sonichu's only official page, official Quick Mart, and this is the only thing that they're currently selling. Even if you're one of those people who want to support Chris and buy stuff from him, do not buy this, because it's not going to support Chris, it's going to support the Praetors. Helena posts, Today, I had my 5th dream with Chris Chan. and I was getting married with her, and her mom was teaching me how to make scrambled eggs for breakfast, just like Chris likes them. I don't even think she eats that for breakfast. But the mind creates, huh? And Chris says, or Sonichu says, well, for your information, Chris does like egg foods for breakfast when she can get that. She makes her own omelets, too, very yummy, with a dash of ghost pepper sauce, and she'll take them scrambled. But her favorite is adding spinach to make the eggs positively green and ham. Helena then continues, then was the dream a warning then? A premonition? Chris says, to be determined and confirmed via in-person experience. He really wants to meet her, I guess. Poor Helena. Someone named KP says, on this day in 1964, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first aired on TV. Nothing to do with Chris at all, but he says, that was 18 years before Christine was born in 82. Why? Someone named Velocity posted a comic where Sonic says, yeah, it's always good to have a few rings on you, because it's a joke, because Sonic, he collects rings, and that's his life bar. And Chris says, very cool, and I can agree, personally. Those are his wedding rings. Mewtwo, Krizel, Magichan. I'm guessing that Sylvana is somewhere. Okay, so someone begins to question Chris's Sonichu Medallion sales. Why do they look so different than yours? This is the first run. The second one will end up being more accurate. But you will want to get in on the first run, as it will be a personal collectible. So he's saying, just hold off and there'll be better ones. But then, oh, but the first edition's always more valuable. No, it's not. Should have shown a later run then, if that's the case. Don't you realize the display item is supposed to look nicer than what you actually get? Didn't you learn anything from fast food establishments? It's an early thing. It will improve later on. Curb your enthusiasm and count your blessing. Your blessing that you get to buy a replica Sonichu Medallion not even made by Chris for $25. You're not hearing me out, though. The display is supposed to look nicer by comparison to the actual product. That's just how it is. Sonichu Book 0 looked ugly in comparison to the later books. He's just still not getting it. I'm not talking about the books here, we're talking about medallions. Here's an example about commercial products versus real product. Ask yourself this. Which would you put in your advertisement? And then Chris never answered. Here's another reason why Sonic World DX is awesome. It allows dimensionally distant family to come and run... It allows dimensionally distant family to come together and run. So we have Sonic, Sonichu, and Christian Sonichu. And they're doing big loop-de-loop. And due to all of this begging for the Sonichu Medallion sales and his Christmas list, the begging counter has been reset. It has now been 4 days since Chris last begged for money. On December 4th, 2020, Chris as Sonichu answered 10 Q&A questions. Chris says that his favorite South Park episode is the Helen Keller musical episode, because it shows that disabled people can perform feats for themselves. Someone asks Chris if he believes his artwork has gotten better over the years, and Chris says, Christine's hand-drawing skills have improved over the years very much. Let's say the cover of Sonichu Book number 0, for example. That is a 6 or a 7 out of 10. In comparison, the newer version of the cover for Book 15 is about a 9 or a 10. Lots of practice, experience, deities and your elders, and life are the better teachers. That's nonsense. That's word jumble nonsense. Have and keep an open heart and open mind for everything and all things, including all other possibilities beyond this dimension and timeline into all the other reaches of other dimensions, realities, timelines, and universes. So yeah, this one on the left, that's a 6 or a 7, and this one on the right, that's a 10 out of 10, perfect 10 out of 10 drawing. Christine, if you could travel to any point in history, where would you go? And Chris says he would probably go back to the early 1980s to witness the first Commodore 64 computer prototype being completed, or seeing the very first Commodore 64 roll off the assembly line. Alright, if Sonichu was a movie or TV show, who would Chris want to direct and who would the actors be? And Chris said that he'd want whoever directed the Sonic the Hedgehog movie for the movie. He doesn't even know who it is. It's just, oh, I like that movie and it's Sonic, he'll do it. And the director of the original Teen Titans animated series for the TV shows. For voice actors, he would want Tara Strong as Bubbles. Okay, I get it. Haha, it's funny. Sky McGee, don't know who that is. Saki McGee? For Rosie. Her take during the SNT vs. Sonichu reading livestream was spot on. Okay, so I guess it's a YouTuber. Chris Pratt for Wild Sonichu. I can see that. Oh my god. Phil Lamar for Magi-chan with his Samurai Jack voice. Interesting. And a similar voice but with higher pitch and fun-loving attitude for Punchy. Kirk Thornton for Blake Sonichu. I don't know who that one is. Okay, that's the guy who literally voices Shadow the Hedgehog, so duh. These two people who I don't know for Angelica Rosechew, and Chris would voice himself, Sonichu, and Nate Turk. Question for Sonichu. Can you tell us a bit about the culture of your species? Like, what are some Sonichu customs, holidays, traditional recipes exclusive to Sonichus and Rosechews? Sonichu says, we Sonichus and Rosechews don't have our own special holidays. But those of us who are with a trainer, civilized or housebroken, share the same holidays as the other humans. In the wild, we are like a consciously able tribe type of group for the latter. About half of our combined species or so are vegetarian, but we are able to eat cooked meats as well for survival. Shoot, Magi-chan can answer that question better than I could, as I was born a wild Pichu, once upon a time. This person says that if BabsCon hasn't been cancelled, they want to know how Chris would have gotten there. And Chris says that he planned on renting a car and driving cross-country road trip and back. Had about $1,000 in reserve, had a hotel room at the convention's hotel reserved, minimal luggage, and typical eats. Adhering to the 6-2-1 rule, 6 hours of sleep per night, 2 meals a day, 1 shower per day. But it will become uncancelled in the new timeline, so it will happen anyway. Oh, this looks like a rant. Sonichu, have there been any troubles in your marriage with Rosechew? For example, dealing with your kids or something? The relationship between Rosie and I is one that had been going on from scratch. What? Developed into extensive friendship for over a year, and eventually, after moving into Quickville, after traveling a year after our intro time in Quickville back in 2003, Rosie and I got married. Did I read that wrong, or is that incoherent? There have been some differences and bouts. Bouts? I think he definitely means bouts. But most of the time, she and I continue to mutually support and listen to each other. I'm not reading the rest of this. This is nonsense. Do the citizens of C-197 know about the merge? Yes, everyone in C-197 has been well informed with the help of the lawful good psychic types, superheroes, and deities about the merge and process. Who does most of the chores around the house? Who does the grocery and food shopping? It's a half-and-half take on who does the work around here. Barb is capable, and I've done a lot of the legwork and going out around here. This person asks who Chris's closest friend is, and Sonichu says that it's him, Sonichu, and Magi-chan. But his top 3 closest friends in this dimension would be Sarah Hammer, Anna McLaren, and Megan Schroeder, even though he probably hasn't talked to Sarah in years and hasn't been in contact with Megan. Also probably in years, maybe they had contact during the documentary that was being made, but probably not. He then apologized to Megan. I do not feel it well to bring in any more questions until after January, especially considering the timing and the events that are presently in place and about to happen. This body and I are going to C-197. So keep in mind that the very first date of the dimensional merge was supposed to be New Year's Eve. Keep in mind that Chris believes in stuff like crystals and magic nonsense. It's very likely that he sees the coming change to the age of Aquarius that's going to happen in late December as a merge type thing. I'm very surprised that he has not tweeted about it yet, but the moment that he discovers it, I guarantee you he will. That is where I'm going to leave this video off with that prediction for next time. Thank you for watching.